Now I'm going to talk about this, the Rev-N. So, wonderful saber. I was a little disappointed that I didn't get the spin sounds and the stab sounds, but I found out you can't do it after the fact that you can't get those, and at least you can't currently get those in a combat saber from Vader's Vault. So I would have done the same thing. I would have made the same purchase, but I just didn't know that was coming. I wouldn't be getting those. All right. So one of the things, when the battery is low on these things, because it's plectropixel and they run down fast, even with the super high-end plectropixel batteries that you get for that you order, right? So plectropixels from Vader all come with a higher quality battery than the old LED handheld LEDs use. It says so on here. Continuous discharge. Well, on the website it'll say order a plectropixel blade. If you're going to get a plectropixel saber from Vader's Vault, get one, maybe two extras of these because they run down fast. I let my son play with my Rev-N yesterday. He's playing with it for less than an hour, and there started to be like a crackling sound. Of course, I like the white blade, and that eats up power faster than the others. The more colors you use, the faster the thing runs down, and white is a combination, equal combination of red, green, and blue, additive color mixing. So if you're going to get a plectropixel blade from Vader's Vault, buy one, maybe two extra of these batteries to come in a little thing like that. There is a audible crackling sound. I got the Invictus sound font and used with a white blade because I was trying to go for a thunder and lightning effect, and Invictus comes pretty close to that, closest I could find. I looked at every single font on Saber Font, listened to it a while back, and settled on Invictus. And the reason why is I have two characters, Elias Windrider, it's an RPG character, and his Kodar-era ancestor, Kalita Windrider, and they both have the Dragite crystal in their lightsabers, and Dragite crystal does a loud crack, and I was imagining it sounded like lightning, and so I was going for basically the lightning saber, thunder and lightning saber, and that's why I got the Invictus sound font and using the white blade for this. So that is, if you're using white, get a couple extra batteries. Otherwise, you're gonna run out before you're done dueling with your friends over at whatever lightsaber club you go to. Let's say if you're going to go for 2 hours, bring two extra batteries. So you pull these out. No one, I haven't seen this, right? So you take a Vader's Vault guitar clip, and you gotta make sure it's all the way clear. And then you put this in there, and you just pop out the battery a little bit, and you can grab it. Make sure it's clear, right? And then you put it back in. Put the new one back in. Both of these are charged right now. Alright. Yes, there we go. Alright, so. And you shove it back in. Now, there's only a certain way this goes back in. And you gotta rotate this thing a little bit. There we go. I've been told that you don't press on the speaker, and you use when it's flush, you use the pommel. Put the pommel to push in on the edges of the speaker. Don't press on the center with your hand, and you screw it in to get it all the rest of the way in. Alright, so there is that. Alright, and here is my saber. I got a few things different on this. This has been milled down on my saber. And this is the pommel from the Havoc. And the reason I did this is so I could get a little bit of extra gripping room, 2 inches, a little bit of extra gripping room. Now, my dad lives 19 miles from the Vader Vault stores in Cumming, Georgia. And I went and visited him last December. It is now July. It's now almost July. It's end of June, and this came maybe about a week ago. And backlog, and I'm well worth the wait. I'm not complaining about that. But when I was at the store in last December 2018, I felt every single saber that they had available for me to feel, and one of those sabers felt right, and the rest of them didn't. The saber felt magical, and that was the Mitsurugi 3K. So if you like the aesthetic, of the Mitsurugi 3K, which I will describe as if Darth Vader were a space samurai, what would his saber look like? If you like that aesthetic, by all means, my recommendation is get the Mitsurugi 3K. I do not like that aesthetic, but I'm thinking about getting one anyway as a beater, because it just feels wonderful in the hand. Perfectly balanced for one or two-handed dueling. Has this little, I think it's called a tuba, to protect your hands just a little bit. And it's small enough that you can put a cover protect wheel on it and hang it on your belt. And there aren't a lot of sabers that are great for one or two-handed dueling, and you can wear them on your belt. And the Mitsurugi 3K does all that wonderfully. I just didn't like the all that silver and black on it. If I could have gotten the color change on the Mitsurugi 3K, I would have done that, but I couldn't. Now, the Mitsurugi 3K has about 10.2 inches of gripping area. And with this mill down and the pommel from the Havoc, where I can put an extra finger over there, I get let's see here. Whoa, different than advertised. Just under. Here we go. We get about 10 inches even of gripping length. Close enough, right? And without this special pommel, and without the milling, which you grip it all the way up, I would be getting about 9 and 9¼ inches of gripping length. So, great saber, and it feels right in my hand. Not quite as good as the Mitsurugi 3K, but it'll do. I was always a form over function guy. A function over form guy. Yeah, I wanted something simple, something practical. This is it. But I still wanted it to look good, so with the copper accent here, and the copper cover tick wheel, which I ordered special, and this black leather wrap, I think it pops visually without being pretentious. So I think that's it for my review. The thing is, recap, the Mace is an absolutely wonderful saber. I like it a lot more than I thought I was going to. I bought it for my son because he is Samuel L. It's going to be his 5th birthday present. I got this for myself. For my son's saber, I had these grips cut down a little bit, precision cut down, so it'd be easier for a 5-year-old to hold. This is a little wider in diameter than the combat class sabers, even without the grips. But it's a wonderful saber. Sound is great on it, and sound is amazing on it, even compared to the combat class. Using the same soundboard, same speaker. The blade is a little brighter because it's a little narrower, and the buttons are really easy to use. Also, one more thing. All right, color changing feature. I was thinking I had to hold down on the power button and the auxiliary switch at the same time until I heard a beep, and then I could do to the angle. Well, that's not the case. You don't need to wait for a sound to do the color changing. Alright. It just works. that confused me a little bit on the thing. So I hope this was helpful to all you new saber owners out there. These are some things that I didn't know. These are the first sabers I bought, but I had done a lot of research on watching videos, especially Rebel Chumps. Shout out to Rebel Chumps. He educated me a lot on these things by watching his videos. Great videos to watch. If you're going to buy if you're a first-time saber buyer, watch his videos before you buy. And this video was my attempt to fill in some details which I could not find, and I was surprised by before I bought these sabers. So, all you out there in Saberlands, hope it was helpful to you. Signing off. Okay, so this is Keith or Elias again. I thought of two more things that I wanted to say. Right now, Vader's Vault is not making Plector Pixel blade plugs for the combat class sabers. They are in development. So that was one thing I was hoping for. And the other thing, for all you noobs out there, noobs like me, when you put you plug this in and you put the cable in there and you plug it in and you put the batteries in here, these lights here, they will be red until the thing is fully charged, at which point they turn green. They don't charge in an hour. I don't know how long they take to charge, but when I charge them overnight, they're green in the morning. So keep that in mind when you go to take these out. They don't charge fast. These high capacity Plector Pixel batteries from Vader's Vault, they don't charge fast. So that's part of the reason why I said if you got a Plector Pixel lightsaber from Vader's Vault, get like 2 of these extra. Alright, signing off.